Hi, my name is Mayra Rivera with the Rivera Group at Century 21 Americana. As a real estate professional, we don't just help people purchase homes, we also help them sell. And the selling experience can be very exciting as well as stressful and confusing, which is why it's very important that you take certain steps before you decide to make this decision. Whether you're a first-time seller or you're a seasoned seller and you've done it multiple times, or whether it's your primary home, your investment home, or maybe a vacation home, the simple fact is that selling is a process that people don't do on a regular basis. So when you do decide to make this decision, it's very important that you find a trusted professional to help guide you through every step of the way. So now that you are at the table where you've made that decision that you want to sell your house, whether it's your first time selling or you're seasoned, we're going to go over 10 steps of how to make this a successful process for you. Step number 1 is most important in my opinion, is define your goals. Why is it that you're selling? People aren't looking forward to the process of selling. People look forward to the after, to the results. So define with yourself or with your family, what is the end result? What goal do we wish to accomplish? Are we selling to purchase, to upgrade, to relocate? Are we moving areas? Define why and what that motivation to sell is so that you can describe that to your realtor and they know exactly what the result that you're expecting is. Step number 2, select a realtor. This is very important because you have to choose a person that you trust, that has local market knowledge, and that has experience. It's very important that you interview these people and that you make sure that you feel comfortable with this person and that you trust them, because this is a person that's going to be standing in front of you, negotiating for you and representing you. They're going to be speaking to the title companies, the mortgage lenders, the other agents, the buyers, the home inspectors. They're going to be doing this on your behalf. So you have to make sure that you trust this person enough that they're going to relay your goal to the other professionals in our industry to make sure that you get your results. Step number 3 is pricing your property. This is a very important step because this is the price that you're going to put on your house before it goes on the market. And how do you do this? You let your real estate agent know to set an appointment. Your realtor will bring over a comparative market analysis, which is a price analysis that we do for you. So this analysis will include comparable properties in the area that are similar to yours. So we look at features and benefits of other homes and compare your home with those homes that have sold as well as those that are listed, just to get an idea of how long your property is going to take to sell, what price it's going to sell at, and sometimes we can get an idea of concessions that other sellers have given, if they have given them. All of this information changes from market to market. So it's very important that your real estate agent does a very thorough analysis of price and market conditions so that you can set the right price on your home. Step number 4 is preparing your home. Your real estate agent can help you prepare your property before you go on the market. This can be as easy as tidying up the area. Maybe if your home needs some repairs, that might be conditions on an appraisal or things that need some TLC, your real estate agent can walk the home with you and give you some recommendations. Also, they can make recommendations of what things you can change or do in order to maximize your profit on the property. Another thing that your real estate agent will help you do is set up a time for photos. Professional photos will become part of the marketing of your home. These are taken before you go on the market so that your realtor can have a plan as far as marketing once the property hits the market. And another very important step is setting a schedule of showings. The more available your property is for buyers to walk through and see it, the better that it will be for them to send offers and the higher chance of multiple offers. So making the property available for buyers to walk through is one of the best ways to offer exposure to the home. After they see it in person, that's when buyers decide whether they're going to be making an offer on your home. Step number 5 is marketing your home. In my opinion, the right price will always be the first step of marketing your home correctly. And why is this? Because buyers will look at the price and they're comparing to the other properties that they've seen. They're out on the market shopping for homes. They're going to see what you're offering with your price, the size of your home, your bedrooms, pool, no pool, whatever features you have, they're going to compare that to the homes that they're also seeing in that price range. So your marketing will begin with the right price on the home. The next steps in marketing will depend on the real estate professional that you pick. Marketing things would include open houses. They might include the websites that your home is featured in. They can include anything from mailers, email blast, or other forms of marketing that agents use. Also, there are real estate websites and engines that we submit your listing to, websites that are commonly known to buyers like Zillow.com, Realtor.com, Trulia. All of those websites are included when a home buyer begins the search for a home. Step number 6 is showing your home. Like we mentioned on the previous step, making your home very available for buyers is very important, because the buyers will want to see your home before they submit that offer. So showing your home will be that first impression that will ultimately cause a decision of whether they're going to make an offer or not. So some tips on showing your home will be: 1, making sure it's very available. 2, sometimes we recommend that the seller either steps out or steps away from the home to give the buyers their space. When you're going to shop for a home, you feel more comfortable if you're walking around and looking at things at your own pace versus having someone watching you while you do that. In my personal experience, I know that a lot of our buyers will feel more comfortable when the homes are vacant. They'll also tend to want to see homes that are vacant. And also, another benefit is that they get a chance to experience the home without the pressure of having someone there, and they get the chance to experience it and discuss it with their partners and their families as they're viewing the home. Keep in mind, buyers are shopping. If they see 5, 6 houses at the end of the showing, when the real estate agent asks them, "What did you think of the homes?" they all kind of get jumbled into, wait, which one's the one that had this or which one's the one that had that? So a lot of times it gives them that ability to discuss as they're going through the houses. Step number 7 is asking for feedback. This step is especially important when you are not getting activity on your property. In a seller's market, you might have multiple offers and you'll have plenty of buyers to pick from. But in different markets where your property's not moving as fast and you're not getting as many offers, or you're not getting any offers at all, maybe not getting any showings, a lot of the times it might be a condition of the house. One of the most common ones that we get is maybe in the pictures the carpet looked dirty. Maybe the buyer didn't like the paint. Maybe when they were reviewing the home, it had a weird smell that they said, "Hey, I don't want to deal with this home. Let's go look at the next one." It can be simple items like that that have a simple fix that you wouldn't know unless you asked the buyer. So asking for feedback will give you a good idea of what the buyers think of the home. Is there a condition or a reason why they're not sending offers? And also, just in general, what they are thinking of offering on your home. That gives you as a seller an idea of when those offers do come in, are they going to be asking you for concessions? Are they offering you a list price? Are they offering you below or above? There's a lot of factors when an offer is written, and asking for feedback will allow your agent to know what is coming your way, and for you and your agent to discuss and prepare for those offers, and for you to either accept or counter the terms. Step number 8 is negotiating your offer. So once you've already received and accepted an offer to sell your home to a particular buyer, the next step is to negotiate it. Your real estate agent will help you with this step. Whether you have one offer on the table or multiple, your agent will help you compare the offers, the contingencies within them, the terms, the time frames. It has a lot of different items within an offer that are good to consider. Also, this is where we go back to the very first step of defining your goals. You've explained these to your agent. This is where you make sure that this offer aligns with what those goals are. Let's say, for example, you're relocating at a certain date. So your house has to be sold before or maybe after that date. This is where you make sure that your closing date falls on that date, on the date that works for you, or items like that. Let's say you have a lease back where you want to sell the home, lease it back from the buyer for a set amount of time before you close on your new home. That way you don't have to move your belongings twice and you can just go smoothly from one to the other. Then these are the times that you redefine those goals and you make sure that you're countering or you're negotiating those terms with this offer, before you proceed on with the escrow. Step number 9 is removing contingencies. So you have the offer, you've negotiated the offer, now you're in escrow and you're working to close the deal. There are contingencies within the offer. When you're on the seller side, you want the least contingencies possible. You want to make sure that they complete and approve all of those contingencies. The sooner that they can, the sooner the better. That way you know it's a for sure deal that is going to go to the closing table without any issues. Some of these contingencies include due diligence. The due diligence period is where the buyer will do their inspections, they can send their contractors for bids, and they can do general research on your property and the area. If you go through those contingencies and the buyer approves them, then you're good to go. You know that that buyer is going to move on to the next step. The next major contingency is the appraisal. The appraisal is important to you as a seller because the appraiser, if you accepted a finance offer, is the period where the bank that's lending them their money will appraise the property and tell them how much the value is. The bank will only pay the valued price for the home. That's how much they're going to lend them. So it's important to make sure that your appraisal comes in and then your real estate agent is able to help you negotiate that. Yes, it does occur where sometimes it comes in lower, sometimes it comes in right where you need it, sometimes there's conditions, and your realtor can walk you through depending on the situation that you get once you get that report. And the next contingency would be loan contingency. If you've accepted a finance offer, then now they need to get their final loan approval. Now they have a property and they have a contract, they send that to their bank, and their lender will start working on clearing all their loan conditions to make sure that they get the approval for that final loan before their documents are approved for signing. So that's a very important one because you want to make sure that that buyer qualifies for the loan in order for them to get that money to pay you for your house. In the case that that person doesn't, then your deal can fall through. Let's say they lost their job, now they don't qualify, the deal would fall through and you would have to put that property, your property, back on the market and start over. So the loan contingency is very important. Depending on your real estate professional, some of us will do our homework before we accept an offer to make sure that that piece is as solid as we can get it. Now step number 10. Now that you have cleared all contingencies and you're at the very end of your escrow, the next step is closing the deal. Your real estate agent will help you coordinate with the title company to make sure that all of your mortgage payoffs, if you have HELOCs, if you have any other things that are associated with your property that need to be paid off, that the title company has that information in hand. If you have an HOA, they'll make sure that that is transferred and those fees are paid accordingly. Anything else that is associated with the house and the title of the house, we'll make sure that that's already done by the time you close this deal. So when you go to close the deal, we will schedule an appointment at the title company where you'll sit with the notary, your real estate agent, and you can review the final documents, which gives you the overall picture of here's your price, here's all your fees, and this is your bottom line. This is where you sign on the dotted line and make sure that it's official. Once that's done, then the title company will take those documents along with the buyer's funds, they're released to the county for recording, and once you get that confirmation, then congratulations, you've sold your home.